Liverpool 2, Everton 1, a spicy Merseyside derby, which ended up with a couple of interesting cautions, which we'll get to in just a second. Let's start off with the first goal, and Cody Gakpo wrestling the ball from Iliman Ndiaye to kickstart a Liverpool counter-attack. Gravenberch charged forward, finds space in the box, gets the ball back from Mo Salah, and he puts the ball in the back of the net. Was Gakpo's contact on Iliman Ndiaye fair use of strength, or did it amount to a foul?
I think it's a fair use of strength, Sam. I looked at it last night again. I just think it's a strong challenge for the ball. I don't see a foul. Quite clearly, it would have been checked by the VAR. Was it a clear and obvious error in relation to the attacking possession phase, the APP? I think not. Not too much noise around this one. Play was allowed to continue. I think it's fine.
Okay. There was another big incident when Jack Grealish was fouled by Liverpool's Curtis Jones in the 78th minute of this game. Stayed down injured after the incident. Eventually, a free kick is given. 29 seconds later, Dewsbury Hall took the free kick. The referee was not facing the set-piece taker. He'd not blown his whistle when it was taken, but he proceeded to book the Everton player. Now, you might have seen a little bit of noise about this because there was two commentators who were sitting in the box upstairs who were going, "What on earth is going on here?" There was a midfielder who did an interview afterwards who couldn't believe it, Jack Grealish. Kieran Dewsbury Hall put an Instagram post and said, "The less said about that yellow, the better." Why was he booked?
Well, there are situations in football matches where when you give a free kick, a player will put his hand on the ball and we play and we just go. I think this is what would be determined as a ceremonial free kick, where the ball has been placed and referee Darren England has actually gone in to speak to someone, and as he's coming back out, the free kick's been taken. I think if Darren had his time again, he probably would have made him take the free kick again and not caution, because what I think it did was it drew unnecessary attention to himself. I've not seen one of these before. I just think, as I said, if you reflect on it, you would just stop the game, take the free kick again. We set it up, we take the free kick again, and away we go. And it's disappointing, really, because there is a lot of noise around this. And for Darren, it was probably the biggest Premier League game he's refereed of his career to date. A Merseyside Derby is a massive fixture, 60-odd thousand people, millions around the world watching this. That'll be something that he will want to reflect on. But as I said, you try not to draw that unnecessary attention to yourself, because in the main, I thought he'd refereed the game well.
I don't want to hammer Darren England, but I'm still trying to work out what part of the law he's used in order to book Dewsbury Hall. Because, if you go back and have a look at it, there's no law that states that a quick free kick is punishable with a card. I've just never seen anybody booked for taking a free kick quickly before, and we want this to happen, don't we? We want the speed of the game to be high. We want people to be able to be inventive and quick and keep the game moving. No?
Yeah, I think what happened here was the ball's been positioned and he's actually gone in to speak to a couple of players who were jostling, and as he's making his way out, the free kick's been taken. And that's why he stopped it. And he felt what he'd done was unsporting, and that's probably the reason why he got the caution. As I said, if Darren had his time again, I think the easy way would have been just to blow the whistle, set the free kick up, and let's take it without a caution. As I said, it probably drew that unnecessary attention on himself, which you don't need when the game's gone really well for him.
What are the rules over quick free kicks? When can you take one?
Well,
why couldn't he in that situation?
What you generally do in any football match is people in and around the penalty area will want you to set a free kick up. So you'll actually ask them, do you want to go fast or slow? And in the main, they will say slow, which means put the spray down, march the wall back the required distance, the 9.15 metres, remind the players in the wall, keep your arms down so we don't handball it. And you're saying to the player, don't take the free kick until I've given you the signal and blown the whistle. And that's what they want, because there's so many players who are capable of taking free kicks in and around that area. They want it all set up properly. But sometimes in midfield, defensive third, they just want to play. So you put a hand on the ball and play. And that's the way we are. So it's asking them whether it's fast or slow, quick free kick or a ceremonial one.
So he didn't ask them?
Well, he's obviously put his spray down and set this up and moved into position. He's gone from where the free kick was, moved into position, and then there's the jostling. That's what's attracted him into that location to speak to the players. And while he's while he's in there, and then he starts to back out, they take the free kick, and he's not quite in position, the referee.
Talk to me about timekeeping. I know you're always on time. Every time we do this podcast, you're the first man in the room. However, Jack wasn't happy about the 3 minutes of added time at the end of the derby, and he said that's not usual. And you could sort of understand that. Did you understand it? Who's in charge of the timekeeping? Is it just the referee and his little watch, or is it a team effort?
The referee acts as timekeeper, but what you'll find now is that the fourth official will keep an accurate record of everything that happens. I think in the second half, this was where the noise was, wasn't it? In the second half, I think there was 4 substitutions, a couple of double ones, 4 yellow cards,
Goal,
and the goal. Let me come to on my list, and we came to that, and they came to the conclusion that it was 3 minutes. I think had they have played 4 or 5 maximum, there wouldn't have been too many complaints. But as always, I remember speaking to a Premier League manager once, and he said it does cause more trouble than it's worth sometimes, Chris. And I said, why is that? And he said, because sometimes when you're winning 1-0, you want 1. And when you're losing 1-0, you want 10. So a couple of things, as I said, for the referee to reflect on in this game. As I said, I thought he refereed it really well. Big game, lots of pressure. But just take away that unnecessary attention from yourself.
Okay, let's move on.